As a gut doctor with over 25 years of experience treating digestive problems, I've seen some shocking things, but nothing prepared me for what I recently discovered. Something that millions of Americans, especially older adults, do every single day is quietly storing pounds of toxic feces in their colons, and most have absolutely no idea it's happening. If you've been feeling bloated, tired, gassy, or backed up, there's a real chance your daily routine is the cause. And it's worse than you think. You see, the colon, your large intestine, isn't just a waste pipe. It's a living, breathing part of your immune system and digestive health. It's supposed to eliminate waste efficiently, but in many people over 60, it's turned into a storage locker for old, rotting, compacted feces. Medical studies show that the average person has anywhere from 5 to 20 pounds of waste matter stuck inside their colon walls, waste that hasn't moved in years. So, what's the habit that's secretly causing this disaster? Believe it or not, it's skipping your first bathroom urge in the morning. That's right. When you feel the urge to go, but you ignore it, maybe because you're rushing to get ready or you're used to putting it off, you're sending a message to your colon, hold on to that waste. And guess what? It listens. Over time, this habit causes the colon to lose its natural rhythm. It slows down, weakens its muscle contractions, and eventually turns lazy. And when that happens, stool doesn't fully evacuate. It sits there, dries out, hardens, and becomes toxic. This creates the perfect storm for bacterial overgrowth, inflammation, and even disease. Now, you might be thinking, well, I go eventually, so what's the big deal? But let me ask you something. Do you feel truly empty after a bowel movement? Or do you sometimes feel like there's still something left? That feeling is your body's way of warning you. It means your colon isn't flushing out properly and the toxic waste is still inside. And here's the scary part. When feces lingers too long in your colon, it starts releasing dangerous substances like ammonia, methane, and hydrogen sulfide. These are toxic gases. Not only do they cause bloating, cramps, and bad breath, but they also enter your bloodstream through the intestinal wall. Over time, this toxic leakage can cause fatigue, brain fog, joint pain, skin problems, and even immune suppression. In fact, researchers at the Cleveland Clinic found that stagnant fecal matter contributes to chronic inflammation throughout the body, a silent killer that's linked to heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and even Alzheimer's. So yes, something as harmless as holding in your poop is actually a health threat, especially for seniors whose colons are already slowing down due to age. And it's not just about frequency. Many older adults experience something called incomplete evacuation. This means you go to the bathroom, but only part of the stool comes out. The rest stays behind. Over days, weeks, even years, this leftover matter becomes like hardened concrete. Doctors call it fecal impaction, and in extreme cases, it can require surgery to remove. But long before it gets that bad, it starts affecting how you feel every single day. Think about it. Your gut is your second brain. It's where 90% of your serotonin is made. That's your happy hormone. So if your gut is stuffed with waste and inflamed, your mood suffers. You feel anxious, depressed, or irritable, and you might not even know why. That's the gut-brain axis in action. Now, let's talk about the appearance of your stool, because it's a window into your colon health. If it's narrow, lumpy, or hard to pass, that's a sign of slow motility. If it floats and smells really bad, it may mean you're not digesting fats properly. If it sticks to the toilet bowl, it could be a sign of mucus buildup or excess toxins. These aren't just random occurrences, they're red flags from your gut. Here's something else you may not realize. A backed up colon actually puts pressure on your bladder and reproductive organs. This is why many people with constipation also experience urinary urgency or lower back pain. In women, it can worsen PMS or menopausal symptoms. In men, it may increase prostate pressure and urinary frequency. Now, let me be clear. Not everyone needs a harsh cleanse or detox, but everyone over 50 should take their colon health seriously. And that starts with changing the one habit that's causing all this damage, ignoring the urge to go. When you feel that first signal in the morning, honor it. Make time for it. If your body says go, don't say wait. Sit on the toilet, breathe deeply, and allow your colon to do its job. It's one of the simplest ways to support long-term gut health. But of course, that's just the first step. In part 2 of this video, I'll share exactly how to restore a sluggish colon, flush out toxic buildup naturally, and protect your gut as you age. You'll also learn about a specific food combination that works like a broom inside your intestines, sweeping away years of old waste without the use of harsh chemicals or risky cleansers. We talked about the hidden habit that's causing millions of older adults to store toxic waste inside their colons without even realizing it. That habit, ignoring the first urge to go in the morning, may seem harmless, but as you now know, it trains your colon to hold waste longer, slowing digestion, causing buildup, and releasing dangerous toxins into your bloodstream. Now it's time to talk about how to fix it. The good news is that your body wants to heal. Even if your colon has been sluggish for years, it's still possible to gently clean it out, restore its natural rhythm, and bring your digestion back to life. And you don't need expensive cleanses, risky pills, or invasive treatments. You just need a few key tools, starting with what's on your plate. One of the best kept secrets in natural gut health is a simple food duo I call the intestinal broom. It's a mix of chia seeds and psyllium husk. These two are rich in soluble and insoluble fiber. When taken together with a large glass of water, they swell up in the gut and gently scrub the colon walls. They grab onto old fecal matter, trapped mucus, and dead bacteria, and move it out like a sweep of a broom. Here's how to use it. Mix 1 tablespoon of chia seeds and 1 teaspoon of psyllium husk in a glass of water. Let it sit for 5 minutes, then stir and drink quickly before it turns into a gel. Follow it with another glass of water. Do this once a day, preferably in the morning on an empty stomach. Within a week, many people notice flatter bellies, smoother digestion, and more complete bowel movements. But fiber alone isn't enough. You also need hydration. Think of your colon like a sponge. It needs water to stay soft and flexible. When you're dehydrated, your stool becomes dry, hard, and painful to pass. For older adults, this is a common issue because the thirst signal weakens with age. So don't wait until you feel thirsty. Make it a habit to drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water daily. Herbal teas like peppermint or ginger can also soothe the digestive tract and support motility. Now, here's a surprising tip most people don't know. Your colon has a natural cleansing wave called the migrating motor complex. It's like a slow-motion conveyor belt that moves waste down the intestines between meals. But it only works when you haven't eaten for at least 90 minutes. That's why constant snacking disrupts your gut's natural cleansing rhythm. If you're always grazing, crackers here, a piece of fruit there, your colon never gets the signal to sweep. This leads to buildup. The fix? Leave space between meals. Try to wait at least 3 to 4 hours between eating. This simple change can dramatically improve your digestion. Another powerful technique is movement. Yes, walking. When you move your body, you stimulate the muscles of your gut. Gentle exercise like a 20-minute walk after breakfast or dinner helps trigger peristalsis, the wave-like motion that pushes stool through the colon. Studies show that regular walking reduces constipation by up to 40% in older adults. You don't need a gym membership. Just make walking part of your daily rhythm. Now, let's talk about squatting. Most people don't realize this, but the modern toilet is not ideal for full evacuation. When you sit at a 90-degree angle, your rectum stays partially kinked, like a garden hose with a bend. But when you squat, that angle straightens, allowing waste to flow freely. You don't need to dig a hole in your backyard. Just use a simple footstool, like a squatty potty, to raise your knees while you sit. It's one of the easiest changes that can lead to more complete, comfortable bowel movements. What about probiotics? Absolutely. After age 60, the diversity of your gut bacteria begins to decline. This leads to weaker digestion, more gas, and slower transit time. Adding a daily probiotic, especially one with bifidobacterium and lactobacillus strains, can support your gut's natural balance, reduce bloating, and boost regularity. You can also eat fermented foods like kefir, sauerkraut, or plain yogurt, which naturally contain these friendly bacteria. Let's not forget about stress. Believe it or not, chronic stress directly affects your gut. It tenses your abdominal muscles, shuts down digestion, and alters your microbiome. Seniors under constant worry often experience worse constipation, so make time for calming rituals. Deep breathing, prayer, stretching, or even sitting outside in the sun for 10 minutes a day can soothe the nervous system and support gut function. Now, here's the truth you need to hear. A toxic colon doesn't just make you uncomfortable, it puts your whole health at risk. It weakens your immune system, stresses your liver, and raises your risk of diseases that most people blame on just getting old. But aging is not the enemy. Accumulated waste is. And the sooner you take control of your gut, the better you'll feel in every area of life. Imagine waking up with a flatter belly, better energy, clearer skin, and a sharper mind. Imagine no longer dreading the bathroom or feeling sluggish after meals. That's the power of a clean, healthy colon. You don't need a miracle drug. You need awareness, action, and consistency. So let's recap what you can start doing today. Don't ignore the urge to go, especially in the morning. Use the intestinal broom of chia and psyllium with water. Drink enough fluids. Water is your colon's best friend. Leave gaps between meals to activate the colon's cleaning wave. Walk daily to stimulate gut motion. Adjust your toilet posture with a footstool. Support your gut bacteria with probiotics or fermented foods. Reduce stress through daily calming routines. You have more power over your gut health than you've been told, and it's never too late to make a change. The discomfort you've normalized doesn't have to be part of your future. So if you're over 60, don't let this silent colon crisis sneak up on you. Listen to your body, support your gut, and flush out what no longer belongs inside you, starting today. Your colon is not just a tube, it's a lifeline. Treat it with the care it deserves, and it will reward you with vitality, clarity, and comfort for the years to come.